in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you guys some of the advices that I wish I had before coming to the United Kingdom. These are going to be based on things you should do when you arrive, things to do before you arrive, and things not to do immediately on arrival. If this looks like something you're interested in, keep on watching this video.
I wanna be in your life until the night is over. I wanna hold you so tight, so tight.
Hi there, welcome to my channel. I am that flawless Chic. I am a digital creator based in the United Kingdom. It is so good to have you here. If it's your first time here, you are so welcome. Please don't let it be your last by hitting on the subscribe button to join this amazing YouTube family. And if you are a returning subscriber, you are the real MVP. Thank you for coming to hear what I have to say again today. Let us start off with things you should actually do before arrival. The first thing is research. Before you even come to the UK, you have to get an admission first, right? You have to do a whole lot of research about whatever school it is you actually want to apply to before you apply. This is one thing I feel a lot of people leave out of the picture because they're applying with like agents, and agents won't give you like whatever information it is that you actually find from your own personal research. So I'm a student at Chic University. When I was doing my research, I looked everywhere. Come on, from YouTube to Twitter to Instagram. Like, I had to see how real things are with this school. So from YouTube, I saw like a whole bunch of videos about my school being involved in a scam scheme as at, I think this was like maybe 2018, 2019, thereabouts. By the time I saw this video, I started having mixed feelings about whether to apply to the school, whether not to apply to the school. I saw videos of how long it took for cars to come out and stuff like that. And these researches that I found, they actually shaped what decision I was going to make at the end of the day. So what I did was I contacted someone here to like confirm how what's it called, how real this information are, and the person explained to me that this was like years back and the school has gotten back on its feet and stuff like that. So like that means like the information is actually false. You have to do so much research about the school you're going to. You have to know like what payment plan do they offer. For example, at Chic University, they offer a three installments payments plan, and they also offer a 7 installments payments plan. Why this is important is because in as much as you already established that you have whatever school fees it is that you have from your home country, on getting here, you can either decide you want to pay everything upfront, you want to pay it installmentally, or what have you. So you have to do a whole lot of research about your school. Also, you have to know if your course offers placements. Here in the UK, you have master's courses of full-time, part-time. You have 1-year masters, you have 2-year masters. 2-year masters is not part-time, it is also still full-time, but there is a way they do it. So you have to know if your course actually offers placements after your 1 year of study or after your 2 year of study. You have to know if your school like arranges things like that for people. These are some of like the very important researches you have to do about your school. Also, you have to do a research about the city your school is in. This is of great importance to anybody that is coming here as a student. Like I said, I go to Chic University, and the biggest mistake I made was not researching about Middlesbrough. Chic University is located at Middlesbrough, United Kingdom. I did not make so much research about the city my school is in, because it's always advisable to live in the city where your school is at. So my school is literally like in front of my house right now, and I still regret till now that I did not do research about the Middlesbrough that was coming to. So if you're coming to the UK for studies, make enough research about the city your school is located in, because most times that's where you end up living. You want to look out for things like, are there jobs in this city where your school is located in? Like, is it going to be easy for you to find job? Is it going to be easy for you to find accommodation? Accommodation is literally one of the hardest things that international students find very hard here in the UK, ranging from having to look for a guarantor that has been here for more than 3 years and they're working and stuff like that. So imagine if you actually don't know anybody here in the UK and you're looking for an accommodation. Please, how do you want to get a guarantor? So these informations are very, very, very important. You have to know, are there jobs in the city where your school is? Or by the time you get here, are you going to have to start looking for jobs outside your city? These informations are something that nobody told me, so I'm giving it to you guys on a free platter of gold. Please make sure you don't make these mistakes that So secondly, guys, is I would advise that you get an accommodation before you arrive in the UK. This is one moving that displaces people a lot. It literally destabilizes a lot of people, especially if you're coming here with your family, dependent and dependees. Try to secure an accommodation before you come to the UK. I know you're going to be like, how is it possible? Maybe you don't know people here and stuff like that. So this is the deal. There are apps and websites where you can get accommodation here in the UK, and hands down, there are scammers. There are people that are ready to scam people on these apps and on this website, so you have to be careful. So now the thing about these houses in the UK is a couple of landlords offer online viewings in the sense that you book a date. I think they have like a video call with you, and you see whatever apartment it is that you actually want to take. And if you decide that, okay, yes, you like the apartment, you like the things there, they tell you the cost. Maybe it is bills inclusive or not bills inclusive, if it's a 2-story building, if it's not a 2-story building, all those basic informations, right? So it is important to secure an accommodation before you come here. And I know you're asking me why. Now the thing is, people come here with the hopes of, I will get an accommodation before I know it. So you come here planning for days that you want to stay in a hotel or in an Airbnb. And my love, reverse can be the case sometimes. You can plan that you're going to be in a hotel for a week, and within a week you secure an accommodation, and that's not the case. I have a coursemate that stayed in a hotel for close to a month. She came with her family, she came with her husband and I think 2 kids or 3 kids thereabouts. And she assumes that she was going to get an accommodation. And in fact, getting a hotel where they accepted kids was another problem for her. Getting a hotel where they let them cook was another problem for her. So you guys, I would advise strongly that either you're coming with your family or you're not coming with your family, try to get an accommodation before you come to the UK. For example, if you're a student, there's certain students, I call them apps or websites that are pretty reliable. This is not an advert. You have Amber Homes, you have Read Accommodation, you have Lintop Halls if you're coming to Middlesbrough. There are a whole lot, and like I said, it's not a sponsored video, so I'm not going to be mentioning them, but let's see how that goes. I'll probably make a video on how to get an accommodation in the UK very soon, so I'll tell you guys all about that. So I strongly advise to get an accommodation before you come to the UK, because you don't want to be disappointed. And there are some people in the shoes of you have people who are here who are going to house you, who are going to let you stay in their home for a little while. I would also advise that don't depend on anybody in the UK. People are bound to disappoint. People will disappoint you. I have a case of a friend who supposedly came to the UK and her friend was meant to pick her up from the airport. By the time she would land in Turkey, she called her friend on a video call, and she's like, Istanbul, Turkey. She called her friend on a video call, like, okay, I'm so and so hours away from London. Don't forget that you're going to come and pick me up. And by the time she would arrive at Heathrow Airport, she called and called and called and called. The friend did not pick. The friend did not respond to any text. The friend literally did not show up for her. So you can imagine coming to a city where you're stranded. You don't know anybody. The one person you put your trust in has entirely disappointed you. So you don't want to become homeless on your first day in the UK. Try to secure an accommodation before you land in the UK. The third thing on this things not to do or things to do before you come is don't buy so much clothes when you're coming to the UK. This is so important because this is one of the biggest mistakes that I made, and I'm still regretting. I spent a whole lot of money trying to buy clothes, trying to buy shoes, trying to buy the best outfits to come to UK with. All the winter jackets in Katangwa market, it was in my box. And I literally had like an extra luggage because of clothes. I paid about $200. I can't really remember, honestly speaking. I can't really remember how much I actually paid for like extra luggage. And I came with I think Turkish airline. Yeah, I think I came with Turkish Airlines, so I paid like extra luggage for a box filled with clothes. And on getting here, literally all the clothes could not withstand the cold for me. I'm not saying you should not bring clothes, so bring clothes, but bring the minimal. When you get here, you will buy, because especially I think it also depends on the season you're coming in. If you're coming in during winter, my dear, just bring maybe 4 pairs of jeans, one thick jacket, maybe sweatpants, sweatshirts, something very, very thick. You see all those summer clothes, all your shower clothes that you're planning on packing, don't stress yourself. It's plenty here. You will buy, it will tire you. You can shop from Primark, you can shop from Shein, you can shop from M&S, you can shop from River Island. Those are the expensive ones though, but Primark is like the go-to for a lot of people here when you come to the UK and you want like really, really cheap outfit or cheap clothes. So don't pack so much clothes when you are coming to the UK. Pack very, very little. If you're coming during summer, pick like the airiest clothes, because I have not experienced summer here and I heard that they have heat wave. All these people driving cars, I heard that they have heat wave, but please, what heat wave do they want to have that we have not experienced in Nigeria? They should come up with Joe. So that's basically it. I feel you should pack more of food items that will probably last you 3 months. And when I say 3 months, I'm not talking that you will not buy other food items here. I'm talking about stuff like, for me now, I have things like amala that I've actually not finished because I'm only cooking for me. Excuse me, I'm cooking for just me, so I still have like a whole lot of amala. I have gari that I bought from Nigeria. I have crayfish that I bought from Nigeria, and this is like my I've been here since December, January, February, March, April. This is my 5th month in the UK and these things are still sustaining me. So I advise, bring a lot of foodstuffs, bring a lot of wigs, bring a lot of attachments, because this is pretty pricey here. So yeah, that's basically it about clothings and foodstuffs. Guys, let's talk about things you should do when you get here. The first thing that you should do, or not necessarily like the first, but download all the necessary apps to make your life easy. You will need to do this. This is very, very important. Apps ranging from transportation apps to finance apps to food apps to whatever app it is, download it. This will make your life easier. When we talk about transport, download apps like Arrival for buses, depending on the city you are located in. Download Google Map. My dear, Google Map is gonna be your friend. Period. Google Map is going to be your friend, because with Google Map you'll be able to check if you're walking a distance to somewhere. It will direct you. If you're trying to get a bus, if you're trying to get a train down to somewhere, Google Map will also direct you on what bus to enter, how many minutes you have to walk to the bus station, and stuff like that. You download Arrival, you download Google Map, you download Uber. Why I say download Uber is because on getting here, you might necessarily not know how the bus system works. I still use Uber, trust me, because I still don't know how the bus system works perfectly. You don't know how the bus system works, and you probably have to get like from the airport to somewhere, or you have to go to like a store close by to like buy food items. Download Uber. Though it's expensive, you might be going like somewhere that is probably like half a mile and you end up paying like £6, £7, £9 thereabouts, but at least you don't go lost. So download Uber if you can. There are like a whole bunch of transportation apps. There's the ones for train. Their names are not really coming to my head now, but you have like apps for trains, app for buses, app for cabs. Like for example, in Middlesbrough we have an app for cab called Borough Taxi. Borough Taxi is one out of so many taxi apps here in Middlesbrough. I don't know about like other cities, but I know in Middlesbrough we have Borough Taxi. That's one thing you can also use to get around if you don't know how to take a bus here. So like, get your transportation apps, because they are going to be very, very good for you and going to make life easy for you. Also, you want to get finance apps, bank apps. Basically, when you get into the UK, it might not be immediate for you to open an account, like going to a bank to actually open like a proper bank account. But like there are many, right? But there are just two that I use. There are two very popular bank apps, online banking applications that you can actually use when you arrive in the UK. You have Monzo and you have Revolut. These are apps that you can just register from the comfort of your home. All you need is your names, your phone number, your address, and a little bit of more information here and there. They don't need too much information, trust me. So these are apps that you can actually open to transact here in the UK. You can order your card and they will bring it to your home, and I think cards are free. And there's also an app called Lemonade. What you can basically use Lemonade to do is to transfer money from Naira to pounds. Then you can send the money in pounds to like your pound account, that's your Revolut or Monzo account. And you can also use Lemonade. Oh god, this is not a sponsored ad, but you guys need this information. You can also use Lemonade to transfer money from Nigeria to any other African country, or you can use the transfer dollar to like any other country and stuff like that. This is what I'm suffering from in this Middlesbrough. People that are driving like goats. So like those are the apps that you can actually use to register to start your finance here in the UK. Then by the time you're settled, you can use banks like Monzo. I say Monzo, you can use banks like Lloyds. There are a whole lot of banks here. Standard, Satanda or something like that. I've still not opened like the proper bank account here yet. So those are, few banking apps that you can actually use on arrival here in the UK. Then also food apps. On arrival, you might not have like pots and pans that you used to cook and stuff like that, so you can always get Uber Eats. There's Just Eat. There are a bunch of food websites here in the UK and food apps that you can download. Guys, another thing you should get on arrival are your BRP card, your NIN code, and your share code. These three things are very, very important if you want to exist in the UK. So your BRP card is basically like, I call it a stay card. It's basically like your permit to live in the UK. Yeah, that's what it is. Your permit to live in the UK. It contains like necessary information such as the hours you have to work or the hours you're permitted to work here in the UK. Your BRP is like a very, 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 very important thing. Please don't misplace it by the time you get it. Don't carry it up and down because it's so not necessary. You can just have like maybe a soft copy on your phone or something. Don't carry your BRP card up and down. Just keep it in your house where your passport and co are. Then secondly, you have to apply for an NIN number. NIN number basically is your insurance number. This is needed when you are applying for jobs. You need this to apply for jobs because employers will ask if you have NIN number and all of that stuff. Then the third one you should also get is your share code. Your share code, this information, you can get it from UKVI website. You can always get it from UKVI website. This share code basically is what you will share to your employer, obviously, as your right to work in the UK. You cannot work in the UK without a share code. So on arrival, make sure you get those three things: your BRP, apply for your NIN number, and generate your share code on the UKVI website. I think I'll put a link for how to do that in the description box down below. Make sure you check that and do that. For the finance apps I mentioned earlier, I'm going to be leaving a code in the description box. You guys, all you have to do is click on that app. It takes you to where you're going to download Revolut. It takes you to where you're going to download Monzo. And I think signing up with my code, you also stand a chance of winning some cool pounds for yourself. So don't say I left you behind. Use the code in the description box and join Revolut or Monzo today. Have you done it? Do it now. Let's move on to the things. I have to be very comfortable to do this, so I'm going to relax it back. Let's talk about things not to do when you arrive in the UK. Open your ears and open it well. Number one, don't buy unnecessary things. I cannot overemphasize on this. This is one thing I wish somebody curbed me not to do. By the time I came here, hey, when I started seeing all those shoes that all those Instagram vendors will put, they will rent 42,000, 45,000 and cool. I saw it at Primark for like maybe like 18 pounds. By the time I do the conversion, it's like 70,000 something. And I'm like, just 17 pounds. Bro, I don't buy them. I see this bag, I'm like, bro, I don't buy them. It felt like I came here to do. Oh my god. This is the ladies especially. Don't buy on impulse. Don't buy what you don't need on arrival, because these things are not running away. You will buy them with time. Whatever money it is you have, keep it, because of the fact that you're not earning yet on arrival, so you don't actually know the value of the pound. You just feel it's just 1, 2, 5, 10, 20, and you came here with plenty money, and you just feel that maybe it's just 5 pounds, you drop it, you pay for it. Maybe it's just 3 pounds, you pay for it. Hey God, I bought stuffs like a phone. Now that I look at them, I'm not going anywhere, and they're just all here sitting down in my room, up in that shelf. All the shoes that I bought, I made sure I bought one of each. Period. I bought one of each. But by the time that my rent was due, they did not tell me that I should stop buying. They literally did not tell me to stop buying. So please, when you are coming here, try not to spend your money stupidly. Oh, I'm begging you people in the name of God. I cannot send anybody personally that I don't have. Try not to spend your money stupidly. You will be enticed. All those things you've probably seen in movies, you've seen them online, you've seen all the celebs wear them, and you're seeing like a dupe for it. You really want to buy it so that you have it. That's how the feeling will actually be. Like things you've probably not had before, now you have them, like, and they're like 1 pound, 2 pound, 3 pound, 5 pound, 10 pounds, and you're just buying them. Your money will just go small. You will not know anything. That's why you have rent to pay. You now realize, oh my God, you check your bank history or your bank statement, and you see that, okay, in the month of December, literally in the month of December, I spent over £1,000 on shopping, and now I have still not recovered this money. So please don't make this mistake. Do not make this mistake by spending anyhow when you arrive in the UK. Buy what you need, buy what is necessary, buy what is fundamental. Don't spend your money anyhow in this UK. If you've not gotten a job yet, definitely not the least, stop converting pounds to naira. You have to stop converting pounds to naira. At first I was doing this, but it started giving me a headache. I had to stop. When you see something like let me give you an example. You see something like a cotton pad now, and this might go for like £1.50, and you just convert it to naira, and that's like maybe 1,200 or something, or 1,300, and in your mind you're like, this small thing in Nigeria that I'll probably buy for 500 naira. Like, you have a headache. If you're converting to pounds in this, if you're converting your pounds to naira before you purchase anything, you will literally not want to buy anything, because the value of the pound is entirely different from the value of naira. Don't mix both of them together. They are not on the same level. Imagine if, I'm not trying to shame naira, right, but imagine if you are buying a pound from naira at 940, 955, and you are buying a naira at 900, 910. There is a whole lot of difference there now. So please stop converting. If you are earning in pounds, don't be stupid and put your money in naira. Like, why are you putting yourself at a loss? Because if you're converting pounds to naira, you'll be buying a naira at 915. By the time you need pounds, do you want to go and buy pounds at 955 or 940? Common sense. You have to use common sense. So please stop converting your pounds to naira, either to save or either before you buy something, because you end up not doing anything. Let me give you a perfect example now. In Nigeria, my rent will be about 350 to 450,000 naira per year. Yes, 12 months, that is the amount of money I pay. But here in the UK, is either you pay your your rent monthly, you pay it weekly, or you pay it yearly. It's up to you and your landlord to decide that. Now, currently my rent is about £352. If you convert that in naira, that's about 350k per month. Yes, per month. So you can imagine what you'll be doing to yourself. In your mind, you're like, God, I'm paying 350k per year in Nigeria. That's what I'm paying per month here in the UK. So stop converting pounds to naira, or else you're gonna get BP, you're gonna have high blood pressure. I really hope that with these few points of mine, I've been able to advise someone on actually how to survive in the UK. I've been able to give you things to do, things not to do, things to do before you come, things you should do on arrival, and things you should not do when you are here. Listen to my advice, so don't say Sean did not do anything for you people. Don't say Flawless is looking at me and I'm suffering. No, I'm giving you these tips for survival here in the UK. And if you have any question about this whole UK living thing, if you have questions about Seaside University, which is my school, please leave me a comment in the comment section, or you send me a DM on Instagram. My handle is going to be here on the screen. My handle is going to be here on the screen. It is at @flawlesschic. Yes, it's @flawlesschic everywhere, basically. Here on YouTube, on Twitter, on Instagram, aside Facebook. Facebook has my phone name. So I'm going to leave my socials also in the description box. Make sure you give me a follow. If you have questions, definitely let me know and I will make videos to attend to them. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Till then, please stay safe and I love you. Bye.